Hello and welcome back to my channel. I've been a bit absent and I'll explain that a bit later. But what I'm going to be doing today is my reading journal for 2024, and I'm going to be using the Manuscript collection from Traci Reed, and I've already printed out my two Traveller's Notebook signatures, although they're 5¼ by just over 8 that's the size I've come up with here. I've got my photos in there of the books that I've read, and then let's move that to one side. I've printed out, printed and cut some embellishments that I want to use, and then I've got some 3x4 cards and some 4x6 cards here to use to create my spread. So, oh, and the other thing I've done is I've stamped out the word May. It's not cut out very well at the moment, but it will be later. I'm either going to do this offset or that one, I haven't decided which yet, to use for my title for this month. So let's get going. So here we are creating the journal pages. As you can see, I'm doing the same as I've done every month. So taking a square of white paper, which I'm going to mount onto some of the 3x4, 4x6 cards. So while I'm doing that, let me tell you why I have not been around for a while. You probably have seen anyway, but my husband and I were involved in a nasty car accident on the M25, which is the orbital motorway around London. We were on the way to visit my mum, who was in hospital. Didn't get to see her. We were hit back passenger side, and I was the passenger, by a lorry, which spun us round, and we ended up sideways onto the front of the lorry, which then pushed us down the M25 for about 200 metres. And I suffered quite bad whiplash and ended up in hospital. My husband, fortunately, didn't have anything. He was so lucky. The car's been written off. I've been suffering really badly with my neck, so I haven't been able to craft for a couple of weeks, not for more than about 10 minutes at a time. So got my bits done for Traci for the launch of the manuscript, but apart from that, really not been doing very much. We're now much recovered. Well, husband, as I say, he was really lucky, and he got, I think because he was in control of the car, he was braced, but I wasn't, and I got really thrown around. My whiplash is getting better, a lot better than it was. I'm seeing the chiropractor. Haven't got an appointment now for 2 weeks, so she's pleased with me, and I'm carrying on with yoga every week, which really helps, and I've got exercises to do, so much better and able to get back to crafting, which I've really missed. And then on top of that, we also went away on holiday. We went to the Netherlands for a week with our daughter. Had a lovely time over there, staying in a house which we rented through Verbo, just outside Amsterdam in the countryside. It was really nice. So we went into Amsterdam for a couple of days. We went to Efteling, the theme park. We went to a zoo. We went to, I'm probably going to kill the name of this, Muiderslot, it might be Muiderslot, castle. Had a lovely time away. The only thing was, it was a bit harrowing for me being in the car. We'd got the shuttle train from Folkestone through the Channel Tunnel to France, and then drove from Calais to Amsterdam, which I found slightly harrowing. But there we go, all better now, and home and back to crafting. So back to this layout, keeping the same, or layout, the journal spread, keeping the same way of creating these pages every month, which does make it really nice and quick. So I found some embellishments that I liked to embellish this page, some of the stickers, and I decided to ink the edges of everything just to make them stand out against that background paper. Please excuse the colour keep changing. It was a really sunny day when I was creating these pages, but then the sun went in behind the clouds and it would come out again. I'm in the conservatory, so it really does affect it. So having finished that first page, I just need to fill in all the words. I'm back onto the bookshelf pages. Only read 6 books in May because of aforesaid accident. Didn't finish listening to any audiobooks because I listen to audiobooks either when I'm driving or when I'm doing crafting, and as I didn't do any crafting, I didn't listen to any audiobooks. Did read a few books, not very many. That was more at the beginning of the month because the accident happened on the 21st. I did read the diary of a young girl, the Anne Frank's diary, because we were going to Anne Frank's house when we were in Amsterdam. Oh, by the way, just sidetrack, love that story time. Bottle of ink, perfect for this layout. but unfortunately the pitfalls of having a daughter with autism, by the time we got to our allotted time slot to go into the Anne Frank house, she was completely burnt out. It was late in the day and we'd done a lot during that day and she just couldn't cope, and if we'd tried to go in it would have just been hideous for everybody. So we had to cut our day short that day in Amsterdam, which was a shame, but we'll get there again another day. She's said that she'd like to go back to Amsterdam for her 35th birthday, which is in a couple of years. And she said the first thing we're going to do, first thing in the morning, is go to Anne Frank's house so I can get to do that, because it's something I always wanted to do. Second time of reading Anne Frank's diary. First time I read it I was about 10 years old, and was absolutely blown away by it, because being slightly younger than Anne was when she wrote the diary, but it really resonated with me, and it was fascinating to read it again as an adult. I really enjoyed that. Good Omens I enjoyed. My husband and I have been re-watching the series on Prime, I think. Really good if you haven't seen that, and the book is just as good. Heidi Swain's A Holiday Escape, enjoyed that. Always like a bit of escapism myself. The Fair Fight was brilliant, that was really good. It was a story about a girl in the 1700s who was a boxer, which is really interesting. It was a love story as well, but a really good book. And then the book which I chose for my book of the month is Jo Nesbø's The Leopard. I do like the Harry Hole books, and I enjoyed that one very much. Another charity shop find. Oh, and then the last book was Kim Harrison, The Turn, and to be perfectly honest, I think I probably gave it 4 stars, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was about at the moment. But I think I did enjoy it. Just showing you there, I have stamped on previous spreads, but I decided not to stamp on this spread this month because I felt there was enough going on with all the stickers that I'd got. So here I am filling in the number of paperbacks, audiobooks and or Kindle books that I've read. And as you can see, I've already put in my book of the month there. I picked out some of the butterflies from the stickers and added those in to just complete this spread. So there we are, my reading journal for May finished. Let's bring these up. Added those little butterflies just as some embellishments. And as I say, no audiobooks finished this month or in May. It was a bit of a rough month, and I didn't get to do much reading or listening to many books. So here are the books that I did read, and I like this good story bit here. I say the edges of quite a lot of it just to make it stand out against the background, and a few more butterflies as embellishments on this page as well. So thank you for joining me again today. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, I'd appreciate it if you would. And I will be back again, hopefully not so long a gap, with another video in the near future. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.